Before making changes to the treatment plan to prepare for a model-based suck-down guide, it is a good idea to go to File, Save As, and rename the treatment plan with a production version, leaving the original treatment plan unchanged. The first thing we want to do is to change the settings of the abutments so that the metal cylinder that will be in the surgical guide can properly fit over them. The length of the custom abutment should be changed to 10 millimeters. The top of the metal cylinder will be flush with the top of the custom abutment. The drilling depth is the length of the implant plus the length of the custom abutment as we're defining it here. The length can be changed to accommodate a particular drill stop as necessary. The diameter of the abutment should be changed to be 1/10 of a millimeter less than the inner diameter of the metal cylinder. If we're going to be using a metal cylinder that has an inner diameter of 5.02 millimeters, then the diameter of the custom abutment should be set to 4.92 millimeters. The angle of the custom abutment should be set to 0. Once the abutment sizes have been changed for all the abutments, we can go ahead to modify the settings for the guide tube. The inner diameter of the guide tube should be set to be slightly smaller than the diameter of the abutment. We could set the inner diameter in this situation to be 4.8, approximately 1/10 of a millimeter smaller, and the outer diameter to be 2 millimeters larger than the inner diameter. The height of the guide tube should be set to the length of the abutment minus the physical height of the metal cylinder itself. In this situation, if we're using a 5 millimeter metal cylinder and the length of the abutment is 10 millimeters, then the height should be 5 millimeters. The offset of the guide tube should be set to the height of the guide tube so that the guide tube starts at the top of the implant. We can see how the guide tube with the abutment creates a step to support the metal guide tube. The top of the metal cylinder will be flush with the top of the abutment. The guide tube settings can be transferred to the other guide tubes by making sure they're selected in the implants list and then pressing the Prepare Guide Tubes button. The model, together with the guide tubes and the abutments, should be exported as is to an STL file for 3D printing. Once printed, the metal cylinders can be inserted on the abutments and they will be placed at exactly the correct location, height, and angle for a suck-down surgical template.